Hey guys, Christina Marie here, and today I have another victim that I am going to bring to you. As you guys know, as I've said before, we're at UtopiaCon in Nashville, and so I have the beautiful, now is it Clara or Clara?
Clara Stone.
It's Clara Stone. I always ask people how to pronounce their names. Like yesterday I had Jada and I was like, is it Jada? Is it Jade? Like, you tell me how to pronounce your name. I wanted to bring different authors to you guys simply because you can't be here with me. So I thought this would be fun. Kind of like what we did with Jada. We're gonna chat about anything, talk about UtopiaCon, talk a little bit about you because duh, you're here. And 3, because I'm nosy, as you guys know, I like to know things about people and I like to know what they think about things. So let's get started.
Awesome.
So first question, of course, thanks for being here, first of all. She's a little shy.
Maybe.
Just a little bit.
Maybe.
A little bit. So this is, I'm really excited. So first of all, we're at Utopia and we're outside and it's hot, and I purposely did this because I'm lazy and I don't like to edit color. So I wanted us to just be outside. So what are your thoughts? We've talked about that this is your first time at Utopia. What even brought you to Utopia?
Well, I wanted to come to a convention where I'll get to actually meet a lot of authors, and just kind of talking to the people that I know, the authors, the readers. One of the first things that they said is you have to go to UtopiaCon if you want to experience the culture, the really high morale. So apparently authors here are very friendly and they tend to reach out to you. So, and in truth, that seems to be very, 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 very true.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Almost every author that I've met, they are extremely nice. They're always like smiling and reaching out to you, and they aren't too shy about, you know, just saying hey or helping you out. Like I've asked so many questions. I've been writing for about 3 years, but I still consider myself very newbie because I only have 4 books published. So when I reach out to these authors, I'm like, so what do you do about this? Or what are your thoughts about, you know, having Facebook page versus group? They are so open. They're not like, oh, I can't tell you my secrets. They're very open to helping you. So
that's awesome.
That's why I came to UtopiaCon, and it seems to be true.
It is. It really, really is. This is my second year here. Last year was my first year, obviously. This is my second. Anyway, and I felt that same thing. Like, I really, really did. It's such a community. You become friends with a lot of people. You know, there's a huge, huge group of, you know, supporters. Like, everybody's rooting for you here, and that's an amazing feeling. So, being here, having been here for a couple of days now, what would you say is one of your highlights, or that you really have enjoyed about it?
Funnily, yesterday our keynote speaker was Alexandra Torre. I think that's how you say it. I met her after her author panel, and I approached her because I was super nervous because I mean, she's this big author, and I just said, hey, how are you? And I just like went and talked to her. She gave me a hug, she took a picture. I was just in so much awe with somebody as successful as her, still being so down to earth and still being very open to talk to anybody. Not just to readers, because a lot of authors, or some authors might be like, oh, you're not a reader, I really don't want to show interest, but she wasn't like that. She was very, very personable, and I was just like, oh my gosh, that really put a lot of impression on me.
That's awesome. I love that. I love that. So, you have a lovely book in your hand.
I do.
Yes. Yes, and so tell us about it. So this is obviously part of a series.
Yes, it is.
So, yeah.
It is book 3 of the Lovelly series, and no, it's not misspelled. Lovely is Lovelly. That's the boy's last name.
Okay.
So this entire series is about 3 different brothers, Hudson, Heath, and Harrington. This particular book is about Harrington. He is the misunderstood middle child who thinks the world doesn't owe him anything. He doesn't owe the world anything. So he starts off with being a boxer, but gets involved with mafia, and then gets involved in illegal underground fighting. And the story kind of takes off from there. So there's a little bit of suspense in there. There's a lot of action. And I am kind of like going to blush saying this, but this is the first book I wrote sex scenes in. So
how was that?
That was interesting because originally I only had one kind of spiced up scene, and you know, I talked to my editor. She's like, no, this is not Harrington, you need to like up that heat. And so I did, and then he was like, oh, I was like, okay, fine, this is fine, and let's just go through edits. I was trying to skim through those as much as possible, and that's why I picked an editor that isn't shy about swearing or writing sex scenes. And then right around the second round of edits, my a vision came to me when I was sleeping, apparently, and I ended up writing a second sex scene. And I remember telling my readers in my Facebook group, I'm like, you guys, I think I just wrote erotica. Because I literally felt like I was like writing erotica. And I was blushing as I was typing this into my Facebook group.
Oh my God.
Blushing. And nobody was around me.
Right.
I mean, but it was just something I've never done.
Right.
And then I was like, guys, I don't know if I want to keep this because this is not me. This is not my work. Because all of my other ones, they have a lot of, kissing and making out, but never like close off. But Harrington, he wanted to be the rebel. So, and then I had this huge fight with my editor. She said, if you do not leave this in, I will not work with you anymore.
Oh no!
And a lot of authors keep telling me it's usually the other way around. With me, she's like, this is him. This is what's right. And she fought for that scene. So if you guys buy this book, look for that second scene and tell me what you think. Because I do want to know what you think about that second book.
Well, now you know.
Second scene.
You know the story behind this book. That's really interesting. I didn't even know that. That's so cool.
So yeah. But he is the rebel, and he does like to fight. He does swear. He does everything that I'm not in real life at all. So it was a book of hard work. I wrote and removed about 100,000 words, rewrote it again, and it came to about 86,000 words. So it was a lot of revisions.
Editing and
yeah, because he was hard.
Yeah, it sounds like it though, but hopefully, I mean, I hope it's rewarding, for you.
It is. When I got it done, it is the longest book I've written. It was probably the most rewarding.
That's awesome.
Book.
That's awesome.
So.
That's exciting. I love knowing that, because I find for me personally, when I know a backstory, like how hard it took, you to get to a point, or the experience you went through, on the administrative side, to get it the way that it is. It's like, oh my gosh, you just really know and understand that. It brings a little bit more authenticity to the story too. So that's awesome. That's really cool.
Yeah.
So for this type of book, since you say there's a little bit of a, little sex scene in there for you, who would you say who would you say that this book is for?
I guess for me, I would say people that like Beautiful Disaster, Colleen Hoover's books.
Oh, yeah.
I think they'll do fine. And if they like a little bit of action, like fight scenes and boxing, things like that, this is definitely that combination.
Awesome.
So
perfect.
Definitely 18 and over, please. Nobody under 18
I would
read it.
suggest that for sure. Yeah, I always tell people when I review, because I talk about everything, like they can attest to that. And I will always say, look, you guys know I'm a grown woman, I'm 29 years old, but if you are 14, 15, you have no business reading this.
You don't.
You really don't.
18 and over only,
You're
please.
Like, please.
You need to be old enough to vote to read this book. You can make a decision of our future, you can read this book. I'm just saying.
I love it. Fun time. I always have these little fun questions at the end, just because, again, nosy, like to know more about people. So what would you say, now that we know a little bit more about you just through telling us your experience with this book, what would be something that we would be surprised to know about you?
About me? In real life, I don't swear at all. Like, at all. No F words, no S words. So yeah, in this book, there's a lot of swearing. And that's also, if you guys did follow me on Facebook, you will see me asking my readers, how would you say this expression in a different way? Come up with like creative ways of saying the F word or the S word. I don't want to repeat that.
Right.
Because I have no imagination when it comes to swear words. About 4 years back, before I started writing or reading, if anybody were to swear in front of me, I would blush, like full on blush. Become all red with this brown skin. I'm telling you, I would become red. So, not anymore.
All right. You're like,
not anymore. I just do this now instead of like,
cool. It's like, so you do the little self.
Yeah, I'm like, I gotta cover my face. It's like,
That's adorable. I
So,
love it. I love it.
I don't blush anymore, I
love
guess.
it.
But
Well, you're getting a little seasoned, a little bit, just a little used to it. That's so funny. Once I will not say that I don't swear, but it's like automatic for me to recognize what environment I'm in and know how to dial it down or dial it up. Really just depends. So hot, humid, sunny Nashville. What would you say? First of all, are you from the area?
I'm not from the area, but my dad used to live here for about 2 to 3 years. He was doing residency at the Meharry Medical College.
Okay.
So I used to come to visit him.
Okay, so
Summers.
you would kind of know.
Maybe.
A little bit, maybe. What would you say is a good, spot around here? It doesn't have to be like food related or just anything really that you find interesting.
One of the places I remember my dad taking me for one of the summers was the Grand Ole.
Okay.
Opera Ole.
Oh, the Grand Ole Opry.
That one.
That place.
It's huge, and it's so like when you walk in there, you feel like this whole grand feeling of walking into this huge building.
It's hilarious because I forget Nashville, like the capital of country music, and I'm like, oh my gosh, the Grand Ole Opry is out here.
Yeah.
Like, what is what? That's exciting. Yeah. I forgot about that.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So definitely be sure to check out her books. Remember, 18 and older for this one. Would you say that for the first two?
No.
Okay.
No, not at all. The first two are more sweet romance. So
the first one, and this is the third book in a
Yes.
series. Now, can this be read out of order?
yes, absolutely, because each one of these are about different brothers.
Okay.
So you could easily read. I mean, people that have reviewed have said it.
Okay.
So they don't feel like they're missing out on anything.
Awesome.
It reads pretty smooth.
Perfect. So yes, I will leave all of your social media down in our description area. Links, Twitter if you have that, and Facebook, all that stuff. It'll be down in the thing. If you have any questions, then, comment down below. You know the drill. I say it all the time. But yeah, thanks so much for being in my video. Thanks
you.
for watching, and we will see you later. We're going to go and do more Utopia things.
Of course.
Yes.
It's not done yet.
It's not done.
It's not
All right.
5 yet.
Bye.
Bye.